helping gifted children cope with intense emotions, talented kids, big emotions and hidden fears, understanding their inner world. Hello there. Today, let's explore a very special topic: the inner world of gifted children. Many parents of gifted or talented kids often notice that their children are highly sensitive, not only to others' words or actions, but also to their own emotions and fears. Sometimes, these intense feelings or fears go beyond what the child can manage alone. And that's when they need our support, our companionship, as parents. What we'll explore today, in our conversation, we'll dive into: why do gifted children experience such intense emotions and fears? It's not about being overdramatic or too sensitive. These are rooted in their unique psychological makeup. How can parents acknowledge and support these big emotions without unintentionally hurting their child? Most importantly, we'll explore practical tools to help your child learn to manage their emotions, deal with fears in healthy ways, and transform their rich inner world into a true strength. Let's take a closer look at each of these points. Why are my child's emotions so intense? Have you ever wondered why your child reacts so strongly to things? A seemingly harmless comment might make them incredibly upset. A small noise might cause them to freeze with fear. You may have heard others say your child is too sensitive or overreacting. But the truth is, gifted and talented children often come with a unique emotional sensitivity. Psychologist Kazimierz Dąbrowski referred to this as emotional overexcitability. This means your child literally feels emotions more intensely than others do. It's not exaggeration or drama, it's how their brain and nervous system are wired. This sensitivity extends beyond just sadness or anger. It often enhances imagination. A gifted child's vivid imagination, paired with emotional intensity, can magnify even minor fears. They might picture scary things hiding under the bed or worry excessively about a social situation. Even if they know the difference between fantasy and reality, those scary thoughts can still trigger real fear. It's important to note that sometimes intense fears may stem from past trauma. These types of fears usually require deeper intervention from mental health professionals. If you suspect trauma might be involved, please consider reaching out to a therapist. But for today's discussion, we'll focus on the emotional intensity and everyday fears commonly seen in gifted children due to their psychological traits. Helping your child navigate emotional storms. So, how do we help our child tame these emotional storms? Those overwhelming feelings that seem to swallow them whole. The key is, we can't stop our child from having big emotions, but we can help them reframe and manage their experiences in a more controlled, constructive way. One simple yet powerful tool is the emotional response scale. Here's how it works. Create a scale from 1 to 10 with your child. This helps them gauge how big or serious a situation really is and match their emotional response accordingly. Level 10. Think of the worst thing that could happen. At first, your child might say, "Losing my favorite toy." Gently suggest more serious scenarios like a house fire. Write this next to number 10. Level 1. What's the smallest, mildest negative thing? Maybe going to bed 30 minutes early. Write that at level 1. Level 5. Pick something right in the middle, like getting a bad grade, or being teased by a friend. Fill in the rest. Discuss and assign events to the other numbers: 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So your child begins to recognize the varying levels of seriousness between different situations. Keep the scale somewhere visible. Next time your child feels overwhelmed, ask, "Where would you put this on our scale?" Even if they initially say 10. A follow-up like, "Do you think it's really as serious as a house burning down?" can help them pause, reflect, and recalibrate. Over time, this builds emotional awareness and regulation skills. Avoid saying things like, "You're just being too sensitive," "It's not a big deal," or "Stop overreacting." These phrases don't help and may leave your child feeling misunderstood, isolated, or ashamed, especially boys, who face extra pressure to hide their emotions. Instead, acknowledge your child's emotions. "Mom, Dad can see you're really sad, angry right now." Then, gently guide them toward using tools like the scale to navigate what they're feeling. These emotions likely won't disappear as your child grows. They're part of who they are. But with your support, they can learn to manage them in healthy ways and turn emotional sensitivity into a superpower of empathy and deep understanding. Helping your child befriend their fears. Alongside big emotions, fear is another big hurdle for many gifted kids, especially when their vivid imagination fuels those fears. So how do we help a child who's trembling under the bed or panicking before a class presentation? Just like with emotions, telling your child, "There's nothing to be scared of," or "That's a silly fear," won't help. What they need are tools to confront their fears in a safe, empowering way. First strategy: use imagination as an ally. If imagination can conjure monsters, it can also create heroes to defeat them. If your child is scared of monsters under the bed, help them imagine their favorite superheroes guarding the room or angels watching over them. If they fear public speaking, have them visualize the class cheering as they finish their presentation, or imagine their teacher and classmates with funny faces to reduce stress. The secret is, practice this even when your child isn't afraid. During the day, ask playfully, "If a monster shows up tonight, which superhero will you call? What special powers do they have?" By rehearsing in calm moments, your child has a script ready when fear appears. Second strategy: use comfort items as emotional tools. Simple objects can boost your child's sense of security and trigger positive imagination. For fear of the dark or monsters, a small bell to ring for protection or a noisy stuffed toy to hold tight can help. A plain spray bottle can become monster repellent spray or bravery potion. For older kids, a lucky coin or charm from Mom, Dad, tucked under the pillow can offer courage. These aren't just comfort items, they're empowerment tools. They tell your child, "You have something to fight back with." This shifts their mindset from powerless to proactive, which is essential in building confidence and resilience. Final thoughts. As you can see, supporting a gifted child with big emotions and vivid fears takes understanding, patience, and practical tools. These intense feelings aren't flaws or something that needs fixing. They're part of your child's unique way of experiencing the world. Our job as parents is to help our children recognize, accept, and manage these emotions and fears in a healthy way. It's a journey, one that takes time. But with love and the right support, you're helping your child build a strong foundation to grow into a confident, emotionally intelligent individual who turns sensitivity and imagination into their greatest strengths. Thank you for being here. I hope these insights will be valuable on your journey of supporting your amazing child.